Hello one and all, welcome back to yet another movie review. This time I shall be reviewing Seven, which is the second film directed by David Fincher. It stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. This film is 30 years old. Now it's technically a classic anyway. I mean, my landmark for movies that are 20 years old, they're officially a classic, but this film was released in 1995. It's 30 years old, and man, what a classic this movie is. In case you guys haven't seen Seven, I implore you guys to watch Seven. It's my favorite film that he's made, by David Fincher. To me, this is his best film that he's made. I implore you to watch this movie, because I'm going to get into some spoilers here. I can't do no spoilers in any review now these days. But if you don't care, welcome anyways. So, Seven basically follows Detective Somerset and Mills, one a seasoned cop, the other a reliably new one, are paired up to solve murderers. Together, they attempt to find a killer who is inspired by the 7 deadly sins, and that is pretty much to sum up the movie Seven. So, with Alien 3, David Fincher never considered that his movie, I mean, even like after he made those music videos, Alien 3 was never the type of movie he considered until he made Seven. He was like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where the filmmaking hits me, because Alien 3 never did anything for him, and I don't like Alien 3 either. So hey, it's directorial debut, but it is what it is. Though sometimes your first film attempt goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But that's, of course, with David Fincher's case. Seven, as I said earlier, this to me is his best film because it's pretty much everything that you want from a movie that is technically a crime mystery thriller. That's what I consider this movie. Yes, this movie, technically speaking, could be talked about in a Halloween special. All honesty, this to me is more of a mystery thriller, I think anyway. And I'm going to start off with the characters because Brad Pitt is one of the best actors working today, who plays David Mills, Detective Mills. Like, he is so good as his character. And of course, Morgan Freeman. My name's Morgan Freeman. Who plays Detective Somerset, where he and Brad Pitt work extremely well together. Both characters are pretty much the duo of the movie. I mean, they technically speaking are in this movie, and so and I've got to mention the look of this movie. Like, the look of this entire movie, Seven, it looks so gritty. I mean, every scene that is filmed in Seven looks extremely gritty. This is the type of movie where you're just truly sucked into this strange world of mysteries going on as these two guys are just trying to discover a killer that is inspired by the 7 deadly sins. That's why you call this movie Seven. And what I think David Fincher is best known for is directing movies, and I think he's the best director to handle this particular thing, and that is tracking shots. Every time when there's a tracking shot, whenever David Fincher is handling that throughout his movies, he literally just constantly just focuses on the character constantly. You know, the character moves, and so does the camera, and David Fincher truly directs that extremely well with his movies, particularly in Seven, with the characters in the movie. And then, of course, everyone talks about the ending of the movie, where you have the final character, where you have the prisoner played by Kevin Spacey. I believe he does play the final character in the movie. This is my second time watching Seven, but then again, I love this movie. Who cares? The moment when David Mills, played by Brad Pitt, is pointing the gun at the prisoner, you literally feel like you're on his side. You know, you can see his body language, like telling you right away that he's very unsure about this. You know, it's like, oh, I have to do this. But then again, he is brilliant in this scene. Brad Pitt, he extremely succeeded in this ending scene. Like, it's one of the best ending scenes. It's why I love movies. It is great shit, and it literally just hooks you in. And then, of course, the prisoner dies after we car ride and then, of course, after when Detective Mills is pointing the gun at him. It pretty much had me on the edge of my seat while watching it. And the way the genre hits, it really hits extremely well. I mean, yes, technically speaking, this in some way kind of does feel like a horror movie, like whenever you see certain dead bodies, like when the characters are looking at particular photographs in the movie, you know. But then again, this is pretty much a mystery, and probably the best mystery I've ever seen. Like, you cannot get mysteries like this. This is pretty much the Jaws of mysteries in some way. And so overall, guys, Seven, to me, is my favourite David Fincher movie. I've seen all of his movies, and to me, this is his best film, and I don't have a single problem with this movie. Yes, you may have to, depending how your knowledge is, you may have to, like, rewatch this film to gain more appreciation. But I did love this movie watching the first time a few years ago. First time watching it, recently getting Netflix. Rewatching this on Netflix, it holds up extremely well, and it gets even better every time when I watch Seven. I mean, recently watched it on Netflix, and it has aged extremely well. I mean, it truly felt like I was watching something brand new. Watching this on Netflix on my 4K TV, it literally looks extremely brand new and sharp. And David Fincher knows how to make a movie. So overall, guys, I love Seven. It is simply one of my favorite movies from the 90s. Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman work successfully together in this movie. The direction, the writing, just everything about Seven is just perfect in every single way possible. It's one of those movies that you need to see, and it's one of those movies that I'm going to give an A+. There you go, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of Seven. Let me know below in the comments, and comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite David Fincher film. Let me know below in the comments. But as always, if you're new to my channel, I'm a movie reviewer from the UK, likes to do movie reviews, especially classics, because they're my favorite types of movie reviews to do. I love doing them, keeps me motivated. And of course, I would do new releases from time to time when I get a chance to see new movies, of course. But as always, once again, if you're new, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and notify that bell before you leave. If you're new, please feel free to do all of those, as I said. But if you're a returner, welcome back, and hope you're enjoying my content so far. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and what's in the box?